ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sober Not Sober.
I'm Mekaylay. I'm still sober.
I'm Grant. I'm still not sober, and I'm proud.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too. We got a few little things to get into first.
Mm-hmm. Let's rip it.
If you guys have been watching consistently, thank you. There's a few people out there that I've been seeing. I need to get some names written down, stuff so we can give propers. But yo, shouts out to the people that are tuning in weekly.
Oh yeah.
People that are liking. If you're liking it and watching the full thing weekly, just comment down below, or even 10 minutes of it. Just comment down below. I'll give you your propers.
I'm going to put something like halfway through the episode where I'll say, if you comment this.
Yeah, we should start doing that. Yeah. I like that.
Then I'll give you a little
So we'll do a code word halfway through the episode.
If you comment it down, we'll love you forever.
But yeah, shouts out to the real ones.
Shouts out to the real ones.
So just make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing.
If you're new, like, comment, subscribe. Subscribing is free.
Yeah.
I checked.
It helps so much.
It helps a lot.
Help our dreams come true.
It's really easy for you.
Another few things we're going to get into before we get started is we're trying to make key improvements to this podcast. So we just did a trial run. We're testing out the double cam. So in the near future, stay tuned. You'll see double cam instead of just, and I'll feel less violated being watched constantly.
Because the camera, because
it's constantly honest. It'll be switching. I'm gonna like that.
yeah, that is gonna be nice.
I'm gonna like that so much, even though it's still. But anyways,
you can pick your butt.
So we're working on that. Got the timestamp thing fixed.
Autofocus
is gonna be fixed this episode.
Our episodes are not 2 hours and 23
They're not 2 hours. None of them are.
None of them are 2
Not
hours.
a single one has ever been that long.
If you click on the video, it ends up telling you the right time. But we were missing something.
We got that ironed out. We got it fixed.
Yeah, we got it fixed.
And one of the fixes we tried was causing audio sync. That's gone.
It's gone.
So, new interface is going to be coming in. Sorry, spoiler for the Christmas episode is we're not going to be getting each other presents because,
this is the present.
This is the present is upgrading the
guy, making it nice, making it look good.
Yeah.
Christmas will be a fun one.
Better audio. We're going to get a mic for Harley as well.
Yeah.
Because Harley's been chiming in. I know I've been saying that for a while, but this is in the works now.
Yeah.
So we're making improvements. So stick around. If you like the content, it's going to continue to stay somewhat similar. We're going to start trying to bring topics to the table every week.
Yeah.
This week, I'm coming empty-handed. I have absolutely fucking nothing.
I've got a good one.
He's got a good one.
I've got a good one.
So yeah, stick around.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's kind of the things I had to get out of the way.
Yeah. We want to just making little upgrades here and there. To be honest, haven't put a lot of money into this.
We haven't.
People that comment that go like, I guess you can just get podcast equipment anywhere. Newsflash, you can.
Spoiler.
It's not really like a great, because you at any website that sells Amazon. But they all.
And spoiler, we're not going to sell our mics or our equipment, which happens to be my cell phone.
You're stuck with us, so
we're not going anywhere.
What's the? I couldn't think of a good enough saying fast enough.
Like, if you're not fucking cool, then you're not at the pool. Or if you,
no,
I've never heard that. I don't know. I was trying to. You know what I was.
If you're not with us, you're against us.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. But anyways, we're not fucking going anywhere. We're just getting started.
Yeah,
Shouts out to all 62 fucking people that are subscribed. I need to stop saying the F word because then YouTube's going to get mad at me.
Yeah, no. Definitely happy with that. Loving that.
Yeah,
keep
shouts
liking
out.
and subscribing. Keep liking the shorts. The shorts are doing good. We love that. The reels, the TikToks, the one thing that I do want to tell you that I witnessed last week, and this is not this doesn't have to do with the topic we're going over today, but I did witness this and it did alarm me.
Yeah.
I was driving on a highway and I looked to my right. The car was driving fine. It wasn't doing anything. It wasn't swerving, wasn't speeding, wasn't doing anything. But for some reason, I looked at the driver next to me. He was driving with his teeth. He had both of his arms down like this, and he was biting the top of the steering wheel and driving like that. So, look, I don't want to judge the guy if he didn't have arms, but
what highway?
The 101. He's going 65. An airbag to the face would be brutal. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I did see that, and I literally I actually
be honest. You ever done that before?
A real double take?
No.
Oh,
driving with your mouth. Driving with your teeth.
I have not. I've driven with my legs, I've driven with my knees and feet and stuff. But
I think I've driven with my teeth at least for a second. At least for a second.
I don't think I ever have.
Speaking of biting shit, this is I always get chirped for this.
Yeah.
It is so random, but we always go to my family's house for any holiday, and my brother-in-law Brady is always with us.
Right.
And we've been like looking at the blinds before, and he's like, "What are these marks on the blinds?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because it was at his eye level at the time. He was like 12. I was like, "Yeah, when I was 12, I just like bite the blinds." So now whenever we're there, he's like, "Yep, there's the teeth marks."
Just chew on
You can tell it's my canines.
you can tell you're really
chew on them.
puncturing it.
Like not a lot. It's not like they're all chewed up all the way, but it was like,
Yeah, dude. I mean, there was definitely. I think I used to chew on like a shirt. Like I would chew on like the collar of my shirt a lot when I was like a little kid. My brother had a big thumb sucking problem.
Really?
I remember it literally got to the point where we had to put a lotion on his thumbs that like tasted really bad.
Like a dog.
Yeah, so that
Yeah, I still do that to dogs where you put the it looks like a chapstick and you put it on.
It was literally something like that.
Tastes like shit.
Yeah, it was literally that.
When did he stop? When did he stop?
Like 8 or 9. It was like
okay.
But like that's
Still
a little,
too long.
Yeah, it's still
Too long, but I
definitely
mean-
was too long. Like we're talking second,
Yeah, and
third grade. He was
we're what 5 years younger than our brothers?
4. I'm 4. Yeah.
4 and 5 years younger, and you were probably 5 years old looking at him, and you're like, "Get your thumb out of your mouth." 5 years old.
I remember actually being like, "What a baby!" And I'm like probably still in diapers, like
shitting your pants.
Yeah, literally. All right, cool. So yeah, just fun little breezeway right there for us. Today, I'm gonna talk a lot about a legend. He has passed away, but as he lived, he was a living legend. James Brown, the musical artist James Brown, the god of funk, the Godfather of Soul. He's the hardest working man in showbiz. There's a bunch of different titles he went by, but James Brown. So this is Sober Not Sober. He was definitely someone that fell under the guises of alcohol and drugs, and PCP was a big one for him. And
honestly, we were talking about him before we started this episode, just going over a few things, and he's really genuinely inspiring for me to get unsober.
No, and I'll
he sounds like a fun guy.
Oh, right. No. He was definitely a fun time. But as you learn more details about him, you'll realize that like the fun, and it
fades away.
I watched
really
the Diddy docu series over the weekend.
Shouts out Diddy.
You realize that the fun can't last forever in a lot of these situations. Now, James Brown was not doing what Diddy was doing, but some other things that weren't great. So I'll just give you a little bit here. James Joseph Brown, born May 3rd, 1933. So
born in 33?
1933, right? Damn. Passed away in 2006. December 25th, actually. It's coming up.
Oh, on Christmas.
Yeah. Passed away
horrible.
on Christmas. And his final words in his deathbed were, I think it was just like, "I'm going away tonight."
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be
something like that.
crazy.
Or like, no, he was just like, "I'm going away tonight." He just kind of like knew it and was like, "I'm done." And just kind of like clocked out. So being from the 30s, he was born in South Carolina. But very soon after being born, mother and father moved to Augusta, Georgia. Now, I believe I screenshotted what his house looked like. And we'll maybe try and get this up in here for you.
I can't. Just remind me.
That is the real...
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo.
So we're talking a shack. We're talking, 10 wood logs on 4 sides
I'll put
stacked up.
Right here.
Right here. So that's what he grew up in. Now, there's a movie that did really well, not box office wise. I actually looked it up. It was a $30 million budget. It made 33 box office. So like barely profit.
Barely screwed.
But Chadwick Boseman, it's a biopic on James Brown, and it's called Get On Up. So highly recommend watching that movie if you're interested in anything that I have to say here today. Yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah. I've seen it multiple times. Chadwick does, rest in peace. He does an absolute amazing job playing James Brown. He plays young James to old James. Like he does the full thing. But really, really solid movie. In the beginning of the movie, they show, James Brown as a kid. very, we're talking 6 years old, very young. And they show the house. Like they show, a scene of like him in the house. And it's nicer than that. So I remember like watching the movie and like I had done a report. The reason why I know a lot about James Brown, have a passion, I guess, about him and like his life and just in terms of like what he did for music, is in one of my college courses, my final project, I did like basically a biopic kind of thing on, I didn't play James Brown. I was not, but I did a biography on James Brown.
Biopic?
Yeah, I did not do a biopic. I did not play James Brown.
That's so fucking crazy. That's so crazy. Dressed up just like him.
I don't have the hair.
Or the... Yeah.
Anyways, I will say that's one thing about the movie that I was kind of like, because James Brown was a shorter, stockier guy, and Chadwick was a little tall, thin. I'd say other than that, they did a really good job with the movie. Like, there's really nothing that's that different. Like, it's done really. I think it got like 80% Rotten Tomatoes, so it's like it's a good movie. Who
would you have rather played James Brown?
No, I don't think anyone could have done it really.
But if they wanted him to be more accurate, like a little short guy, Kevin Hart.
If you put enough makeup on Kevin Hart, you could have made him look like it.
Could have done it.
But Chadwick also did like the voice, did really good at doing the voice throughout the movie and everything. And he's got James Brown talked in riddles almost, like
because he was high.
Well, but like even before then, like his early songs are even like riddles. Like there's a song called Please, Please, Please. So that was one of his very first major hits that he had. It's actually, I believe it was like technically his first charting song that he had. And so started making music in the 50s. The group that he was with were the guys that got him out of jail. So I'll explain more on his backstory in a second, but they had it was like maybe 4 or 5 guys and then James.
Yeah.
And it was like a doo-wop group. So like back in the 50s, the doo-wop kind of stuff where it's like 5 guys snapping and like they're all harmonizing. For sure. So that's kind of like how the music started, was like doo-wop-y and like that. And then he got way more into like funk and soul and started adding very funky shit.
Yeah.
So more on little backstory for him. So yeah, the house, insane. It wasn't a home.
It's a little
and so they were hunter-gatherers. I know that sounds crazy, but in the late 30s, they were not buying groceries. It was absolute squalor that they were in. So they just foraged for like their food in like the forest of Augusta. So that's how he starts. The mom, I believe by the time he was 6, the mom leaves. The mom goes like, honestly, this sucks. The husband's not great. She was 16 when she had him, and he was 21, the dad. So
checks out, yeah. 33.
In the 30s, sure, but obviously not that great. So
it can't be easy living considering 33 or what?
Yeah, 1933.
You're barely 60 years past.
Yeah,
slavery being around and being a thing. It's
a lot of black communities in the South, even still to 1930, they were still just kind of relegated as farming families and like farming areas. And it's like, okay, this is just kind of a weird updated version of slavery that kind of just happened in the South for a while. But so he was kind of part of that. So like the dad was a lacquer farmer. Like you go up to trees and tap them for like and it fills up a barrel like a sap, and then you collect them and turn it into the government and get money. So that's what the dad was doing. The mom, though, when James was around 6, she leaves, and it was literally how they play it in the movie. Is she kind of is just like, I'm done with this, and like kind of pisses off and is just like whatever. That's kind of relatively true because she did just end up moving to New York and became a prostitute. So she did did just go to sell her body because she was like, I'm done with this. I want to make more money, be around higher, wealthier people, and if they have to pay me to have sex or whatever, that's my way to get in. So like she just took, uneducated, didn't go through a system or anything, so like didn't have any other options really. So I don't blame her for feeling like that was her one out. Obviously the husband, James Brown's father, abusive, intense of a guy. He ended up, when James was 6 or 9, I believe. Yeah, 9. So then by the time he's 9, so he only had James for a couple years by himself. There were some nice times in that, but he ended up just giving James to James's aunt. So like his sister, like one of his sisters, something like that. And the aunt ran a brothel in Augusta. So he was
getting play.
So he just lived at the brothel.
Was he getting play when he was a young man?
He's a 9-year-old, probably. So, I mean, he's James Brown. He's James fucking Brown. So, lives in that brothel house, and the lady that ran that brothel house was a super, super, like, auntie to, like, so many people in that town. So, like, there were a bunch of kids. A lot of the prostitutes' kids, a lot of guys that, like, knocked up these women and left. These kids have nowhere to go, so like she had them all raised and lived in this house. So it was like this big brothel house. They had their rooms and whatever. So that's how he grows up. During this time, they show it in the movie, but I also have watched a documentary that came out in like the 90s about James Brown that was done by white people. You can tell that they did the docu-series because they talk nothing about this. But this is a true thing that happened to him when he was a kid. There were rich Southern white people that would have these large parties at their estates, these old, probably slave plantation estates. They'd have these massive, acres of land, and they'd host these huge parties. All rich people, suits, blah, blah, blah. For entertainment, for some of these parties, this is historical stuff, they would have a boxing ring set up in the backyard where everyone's mingling and talking and, whatever. And they would put a group of black men, young black boys that they would find. And, hey, you want to make 2 pence or, 2 cents? You want to make like the smallest amount of money? Come do this for us. They put these kids, we're talking, 6 to 12-year-old boys, into a boxing ring. They blindfold them and then tie one hand behind their back, all of the boys, and then ding, ding, ding.
And they don't fight?
And the last 2 get to take off the blindfold and take out their other hand. And then, yeah. The last 2 alive? Yeah, no, they just get knocked out or fall down or you just quit or whatever. Yeah.
That's not that bad.
Okay.
They're
getting
paid.
No.
A little bit, right?
I'm talking like enough to go get a water. I'm talking like nothing. And
I'm not saying like
it wasn't like
cool.
lucrative.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's that cool, but I mean.
No, yeah, but it's just like that's how like still heavily racist it was obviously in the South at that time.
It was it was white men putting the young black men in there?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, it was like to entertain a white rich person party.
Never mind.
That's why I'm like, it's not cool.
I thought it was just like other black people in the 30s, 40s that were just like, yo, let's watch our kids beat the shit out of each other.
Community stuff. Like he went to like some community boxing thing. So like he did like to fight, and he also played baseball for the prison team that he was on for a little bit at one point.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So the tied one hand behind the back, blindfold 10 black kids, put them in a ring, and just have them start swinging. Yeah.
I redact my comment.
They do a small scene of it in the movie, and you can tell, like, this was fucked. But, like, the real version of it's, like, worse. That's what... the movie definitely has a bit of a Hollywood glam to it, where you go, like, oh, sure, to not make all the white people in the audience feel uncomfortable. But, no, it was that bad. It was pretty awful. Yeah. So, that's how he's growing up. When he is... You'll hear it different. And this is the other thing about him. Different sources all have like different facts. Like he's kind of an enigma.
Oh yeah.
There's not a lot, because then when you tried to ever get him to sit down and talk to him and like interview him about something, you get that 1988 interview that I showed you. So we'll get to that point in his life, but that's later. So yeah, because you couldn't get straight answers out of the guy.
Yeah, he wasn't around during the legitimate digital footprint era.
Yes, yeah.
He was at the beginning of it, but that was
right at the very beginning, and he was in his late 60s, 70s. So, there's a lot different, but one thing you hear either 15, 16, 17, or 18. So between those years, when he was those ages. I think probably 16, 17 would make sense. He stole a suit jacket out of a guy's car. So a guy just had his car parked on the side of the road, got it from the dry cleaner, and it was hanging up in the back. And James had a job interview that he wanted to go to. So he took
it.
The car was unlocked. He took the suit jacket out.
Yeah.
He gets arrested for that. I'm going to let you guys, both you guys can take a guess here. How long of prison time do you think he got for taking the suit jacket out of a guy's car?
I'm going to go.
We're talking 1940, Augusta, Georgia, a black man, 17, 16 years old.
I'm going to go 4 years.
9. So the original case was he had the option was 6 to 18, and he got 9. So yeah, he got 9 years in jail, prison for
Jesus
literally
Christ.
just trying to get a suit jacket to go to an interview out of an
That's
unlocked
insane.
car. Like, lock your car first off. That's your fault halfway. That's 50% his fault.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, very clearly like still high race tension time. So this all comes into play later on in his career when the 60s happen, because then he really is a leading person in the equal rights movement, in getting black people together, having a voice.
Wait,
for
so
them.
did he serve the full 9 years?
So this is how James Brown gets birthed, basically. This is how James Brown comes into the world. He's in jail.
He's a little guy too.
He's kind of short. He's kind of a shorter
that's
guy.
not good for prison.
Yeah, he was a pretty boy back in the day.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
That's not good.
No, it's not great. Who knows what type of prison they would send a young black man in the South to at the time. It was probably not kept up very well. It was probably, yeah. So he's in jail, and he does baseball while he's in prison. He plays for like the prison baseball team. And there's another team that's like a community team of black men that play baseball that like will play against him. That's where he meets Bobby Bird. So Bobby Bird comes into the picture. Bobby Bird is just this suave, maybe like a couple years older than James, suave guy. Seems to have his life together, doing well. And he has this singing group, like this like little band of guys called like the Tacomas or something. I forget what they were called. And he meets James Brown at one of these like baseball things, and James, I guess, like somehow sang, or I mean, knowing him, like he probably just started singing, and like and Bobby like heard him and was like,
"Yo, damn, he's
he was
pretty
like,
good.
yo, it's actually like really good,
Yeah.
right?" So Bobby catches it and is like, "Oh man, that's actually really nice." So Bobby has this with his family, some sort of program where we'll take like incarcerated people in and rehabilitate them into the world, kind of a thing. So James, like a year later, so I think he only served 3 or 4 of the years, and then
I'm surprised they let it be that little.
they let it be
back
that
then.
little, honestly. But then they let him go out, but then he's like technically on parole with like Bobby, basically, kind of a thing. So moves into Bobby's place, and they start doing music together, and it's all church music at first, because they're just going to church and doing the gospel singing, and so it's just all but it's black church, so it's cool.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's like
a
much more fun version of them singing. It's not "We love the Lord." It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Have you sang in church before?
No, I have not. I have not sang in church.
That sounded like you had experience.
The Holy Spirit. Amen. So anywho. Let me run off a couple more just hard facts about him before I go into some more detailed story things that happened to him later on. So, years active of making music, 1953 to 2006.
All the way until he died.
Yeah. like, isn't that crazy to be dude, if we're doing the podcast that long, like, holy
we will be.
hell,
We will
man.
be.
Like, that's
Dude,
that's legacy. That's insane.
There's not a doubt in my mind we're going to be doing
it
into 2080.
For sure. Okay. So now you'll maybe start seeing how the party does have to end. How many wives do you think he had?
8.
3.
Oh.
Fair. 3 and then a partner at the end that was basically like a wife but never officially married.
You set me up.
How
there.
many-
You fucking set me up.
But how many of them do you think he physically abused and got caught physically abusing? All of them.
Okay. I was going to say 3, but you set me up the first time.
It's all of them. Okay. So I don't mean to laugh that hard about that. I mean to laugh more about the fact that he didn't get that. Anyways.
No, he thinks it's funny.
So my thing is, has one wife, has a couple kids with her, I believe 3 with the first one, and married at 20. So married at 20, has 3 kids by the time he's like 22. Like 20. Like it was like, I was like, how does I didn't even think
that checks
uterus
out.
can like bounce back that fast. But like, no, it does, I guess. And it's just like back to back to back. So
I didn't think a uterus could bounce back that fast.
what? That's crazy. By the time you're from 20 to 23, you have 3 children pop out. Is she okay?
Well, that's a different story, but
that's a different
story. But
that's just crazy to me. I don't know. Like that's like a factory level work right there. You're popping them out. Like this isn't Toys R Us. Like this is yeah.
I'm just still shocked. You go, I didn't know the uterus could snap right back into place that quick.
I didn't say it with a southern accent. Now here's one other thing. When I originally did my report on him, and this was 6 years ago or whatever, and I had looked up how many kids he had. Mm-hmm. This still basically says the same thing.
Are you going to make me guess again?
Yeah. How many kids
12.
do you think he has? Really good guess. I'll give you one more guess.
Can you give me higher or lower?
Higher and lower.
16 that are not all the way hit. What? No. You said higher and lower.
I know.
So I was trying to come up with a justification.
9, possibly 13.
Oh, okay.
So
at least 13.
at least
Yeah.
9, possibly 13.
No.
We're going to say probably at least 13, possibly 20. Maybe.
Yeah,
it's probably even higher. So, yeah. So, literally, children, 9
through
13. Yeah, 9 to 13
It really
kids,
says
'cause
that.
we don't know literally for sure how many kids he has. So,
That's pretty crazy.
yeah, so it was like with first wife, probably within, I mean, pretty much right after the third kid is already has like a new relationship with a backup singer or something like that. So
Yeah.
he really did just kind of flow. He just kind of was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm moving.
He
I
was in
like
flow
this.
state. What's
this
it called
is a
again?
new Wu Wei.
Way.
This is a new
It's Wu
like
Wei,
hot
for sure.
thing I'm in. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, look at that. That's great too. I'm gonna and just kind of
A new
lets
hot
things.
thing
That's
I'm in.
not like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
he's just
yeah,
like
yeah,
he's,
yeah, I know what
he's
you mean,
going from woman to woman, and goes hardcore, marries them, has kids with them, and then goes deuces.
Yeah.
It's
like
like
I'm
no.
gonna do drugs and cheat on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
another
drugs
one.
and I'm gonna leave you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit you once or twice. So 1988. So Adriana Rodriguez in 1988. They were married from 84 to 96. Oh, she died in 96.
Oh, so she died. Did he hit?
We don't know. But in 88, there is a pretty famous interview of James Brown. Now,
Oh, yeah.
I'm asking you to do this. Don't click off of our video yet. But, and this is where I'll put it. Comment down below if you do this. James Brown interview. Just go on YouTube, hit the search, James Brown interview.
Code word. James Brown interview.
And say, I saw it. Comment down below, I saw it.
You want him to comment, I saw it.
Comment, I saw it. And I'll know that you got to this point.
They might have commented James Brown interview.
Don't do that.
If you do either or, it counts. All right.
I guess, because then you would know that you got to the whatever. Say something about the James Brown interview on CNN. You don't have to say CNN, but it was on CNN in 1988. And I showed it to you before we started this.
Yeah, it's pretty iconic.
It's insane. So
I don't know if iconic is the right word.
It's crazy.
It is iconic,
It's
but
crazy.
it's like the context behind it.
Wild.
Yeah.
So 1988, he gets arrested for allegedly. No, he did. hitting his wife with a lead pipe and shooting at and with a pistol shooting at a car that she was in.
Crazy, dude.
So then goes to jail for that. Does his $15,000 bond, which
is an insane
it's
number.
an insane bond. That's like for a multi-platinum world touring recording artist.
Yeah.
15,000. He's wearing 20,000. Like
Yeah.
what he, like, so he's like, yeah, I'm out. As he gets out of prison, the morning he gets out of the jail is like April 3rd or 4th or something like that, 1988. Day he gets out. On his way to CNN, someone's driving him on his way to CNN to interview about how he just got released out on bond for beating his wife.
The fact that his lawyers let him do
so
any of it.
A big thing with James is he liked to run it. He didn't have a lot of people around him that were above him technically in terms of like he didn't really have management. He didn't
But
really
in
have.
theory, you're gonna hire a lawyer. And
He definitely had someone.
What he did on the way to the interview.
Yeah. So then.
But it's just shocking that the lawyers even let him set up an interview.
Yes, the day of. Yeah. They could have done it in hopes that he wouldn't do what he did and vouch for himself in a decent way or something. Like you would hope that would be a good PR move. But not when you're dealing with a drug addict. So on his way to CNN, a very common thing that he liked to do is smoke joints, but sprinkle in a little PCP and like crack. So he really liked having like a real good doob that was like extra doobie.
Crossfaded, dude.
Yeah, like crossfaded to a level of like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. Point of no return.
A point of no return.
Yeah.
So yeah, James Brown interview. Do yourself a favor.
I can put the link in the
yeah. Let's put the link in the description because it is. Mwah. He comes on the interview. I'll leave it to you to watch, but he just starts yelling his song lyrics and
it's pretty amazing.
Can't answer a single question because he's just like sweaty and like looking every direction and
let's talk about music.
Let's talk about music. I'm good. I'm out on love. What? No, you're out on bond, sir. Can you please answer? Like what? It's pretty. It's great. It's an insane, great. And it's so iconic of an interview that there is a Jordan Peele from Key and Peele like bit of it as well. Look up that version of it as well, and that's funny as well. He just reenacts the whole thing as James Brown. So, yeah,
they should have used him for the bio.
Okay. Now, if you're going to ask me who could have done it, it could have been Jordan because he is shorter and a little stockier. He could have easily put, and he does look a lot like him in the interview clip.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really funny. So, okay, back to Bobby Bird and back to him getting out of jail and all that good stuff. Gets out, starts singing gospel with Bobby and those bros, and he's pretty clearly from the beginning, like they're all like, he's kind of a front man. Like we kind of need to, it's like this doo-wop five guy, all shoulder to shoulder singing, snapping. But like this guy, he's like, like doing these crazy vocal things. And we're like, okay, he's definitely good. But they all didn't want it to be that. So they start making music together. James kind of clearly sets himself apart and they get signed by a record label and put out Please, Please, Please. So that's the name of his first big song, Please, Please, Please. And it is Please, Please, Please. You have to say it 3 times, it's Please, Please, Please. Because he says please 84 times maybe in the song. And that's the main lyric of the song. And he just repeats it a lot. And it's a phenomenal song, if I'm being completely honest. It's very good. I actually, it's a very enjoyable listen. So comes out with like that kind of thing, and then Try Me, which was another big one. Try me. It's a great song. And so that very doo-woppy though. We're like the first kind of big hits from him.
It's the 50s, right?
Yeah. So it's 50s time. So they're like kind of with the times. So what happens is they get signed by a record label and they put out Please, Please, Please and like Try Me. And then the doo-wop thing starts kind of fading because new music is coming out. More rock and roll, Stones were coming out, like more bigger bands like that were coming out. And during that time, the record label was like, I guess let's change this because it's not really working anymore, the doo-wop thing. Let's make it James Brown and the Flames. So then the guys turned into the Flames, and it was James Brown and the Flames, and the famous Flames. All the Flames quit because when like the record label tells them that, they're all like, "Nah, I'm good on that. I don't want to be a Flame. I want to be, I'd rather be."
They
whatever.
all want to be the front guy.
Yeah, they all want to be a front guy, which I get. Makes sense. Egos, for a band like that makes sense. So all of them drop, but Bobby. Bobby Bird stays with James. So Bobby and James are still together, and then they get the famous Flames that end up making more of the music later on. Is then the rest of the band. So they make the band. And right when the doo-wop thing ends, that's when James Brown and the famous Flames come out. And then James Brown goes, we gotta switch this up. So then he does Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. And I don't know if you've heard that song, but that's one of his. Yeah. It's one of his very famous ones. Very catchy lines to it. Really catchy like riffs with the sax. And the band for James Brown is one of the top bands of all time. So really good song, but it's a super like real funky, groovy kind of thing, like different from the doo-wop sing song, like whatever that they were like doing before. So he starts going down that avenue, and that's when it just really like takes off. And then that's when he found his bag and he just started doing that. So all those songs, I mean, he had, I think it's something like 40 top songs across 4 different decades. Like that's just it's like some crazy stats like that of just like Billboard charting kind of stuff. Another thing, if you Google who is the most sampled artist of all time, you know how all the
James Brown.
Yeah. So like,
that
you know how
sense.
Kendrick, J. Cole, they all have to use, they don't have drummers in there doing all of that, all the time. Sometimes they do. Like Tyler, the Creator, is a very much like, he'll take samples and do stuff, but he also does a lot of raw recording of the instrumentation. And he'll pay people to come in and play the sax for a part or like whatever, right? James was, this is earlier where there's not as much sampling and stuff going on because James is the sample. Like it was technically his drummer is technically the most sampled artist of all time. And it's literally by like James in first place, the drummer's been sampled, I think 10,000 something times.
Damn.
Yeah. So like, even if you don't know James Brown's music, you've 100% heard riffs and beats and stuff that are his, that like he did. So it's like 10,000 something for the drummer. And then second place of like most sampled stuff all time is like the Who or the Winstons or something like that. And it's at like 6,000. So it's like almost half.
Damn.
So it is like he's leagues ahead in terms of like the quality of their music. So now we're moving into that 60s, 70s time frame of James. And this is when he's in his stride. This is full-fledged. He's got the cape. He'll bring a cape out on stage. Yeah. Throw off a cape like he's a big fucking like a he took it from like a WWE like wrestler guy, like the whole move of like this huge cape. He'd come out, he shuffles around on stage, rips the splits, like literally can just like drop into the splits kind of, guy. So that was like one of his big moves. Always shine shoes and sliding all over the stage, right? During this time, he's drinking and PCPing and hitting his wives and having 10 to 12 to 40 kids and doing all that. That's when all this is. Yeah, he's just being a cool dude. Yeah. And what truly, I actually had this thought earlier today. I think Diddy and R. Kelly just wanted to be James Brown. They just wanted to have his life because James did have
I could see that
mega millions, lots of companies, lots of people riding on him. He got to live however he wanted, but people,
I could see that.
Like it's kind of like they were just trying to do what James did, and they just did it in a much.
They just got caught for it.
Yeah, they did it in a more sick way.
But
I don't think James did.
The thing is, though, again, it's the digital footprint.
Exactly. So we don't have proof of James
proof of
on an
all
Epstein
the shit
list.
that he did. You know?
It, right. So there easily could be behind closed doors.
So much of it,
especially
could
when
have
you
been
know,
undetected.
how many times he's been arrested, the PCP, the fact that he has 9 to 13 children is
13.
That like you can't live like that fact alone. Like if I said, yo, yeah, my uncle's coming to Christmas. If there's one thing you got to know about him, I guess one thing to sum him up, he has 9 to 13 kids. Like you'd immediately have an opinion about that guy. You'd immediately be like, oh, he's a terrible person. Like, you'd be like, what is that? 9, maybe 13?
One night stands, or is this a different situation?
Nope, like with each relationship. Oh, so then I don't know what the.
Like, is it the Me Too movement?
Oh no.
Like he was just sleeping around?
No, it was like there was just enough sleeping around that he did, and then also I think it was wives.
Again, I don't know if it's fair to say if it was consensual or not.
Well, married, so a lot of it was from his wives. So, I'm assuming there is something.
The 9 for sure.
Yes, yeah. I'm assuming.
But there's
9,
4 more.
But then there's 4 that we don't know why and how and who.
Yeah.
So and that's where you go. Okay.
Yeah, he
could be a little sketch. So that's 60s, 70s, 80s. He's living that kind of life, PCPing it up. Now, the band that he had, it was a very consistent group of guys. Some sax, trumpets, the drummer, keyboardist. A couple main pieces, right? There are so many, and feel free to look up other ones that maybe I end up forgetting here, but there are so many stories about those guys and what they had to endure having James Brown as the leader of their band.
Dude, I could only imagine.
It was... So James would do a thing on stage where he'd spin around, right, on his slippery shoes.
Yeah.
He'd spin around and hit the band like a bat, and it'd be like on beat. So the trumpets would bat, and he'd do that. And then he'd spin back and be singing the song or whatever. That was him fining someone in the band.
Fining them?
Fining them for missing a note, fluffing something, being sharp on something. Yeah. So he was that strict about it. He would start on one end of the stage.
Props though.
He'd start on one end of the stage, spin around, face the band, and do like, a side foot shuffle kind of thing across stage.
Mm-hmm.
Check every one of their shoes. They all had to be polished. If you weren't polished, you're fined. He had a vision, and he was very adamant on making the vision come to light.
It's kind of valid.
It is. And that's where,
And these people did they know what they were setting themselves up for?
They did, because it's,
Then it's valid.
They know that they're about to go do Apollo shows, like the Apollo Theater. That was like one of his main places to play at. So he ran the Apollo. He has, I think, the record for like the most sold out night at the Apollo and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like he was very much supported there. And yeah, these guys that came into the band, they know what they're playing at the Apollo.
What you're getting yourself into.
In one of the largest things. So like you have to do it. But it was very hypocritical because James was high as shit.
Constantly messing
whatever.
up.
Yeah, and he'd fine you if you were hungover for practice. He'd fine you if you were drinking, like during the day of rehearsal or anything. If you were caught with any drug, you're fined heavier or out. So like he was strict on a no drug, no alcohol
But he was
policy.
always high.
But he's out of it. But that's where the report that I did on him in college, I titled it James Brown, Human Man or Human Form of Funk. And I genuinely think he's a human form of funk. He barely classifies as a human being, I think, in like a lot of ways.
Gives off the vibes that he's like the Mucinex Booger Man. Like when I think of like, I don't know, that just resonates funk to me.
Yeah. No, he's made up.
Yeah, James Brown, the Mucinex Booger Man.
That's just disrespectful.
No, it kind of is spot on though. Just like a little guy that's a little slimy, hitting his wife.
Yeah, a little, but
inconvenient being around. But
decongest the shit out you.
But
works.
So
we've talked about this before, separating the artist from the art.
From the art, yeah.
With James, it's kind of like when it's...
some people can't.
When it's the most sampled artist of all time.
Can.
I can definitely separate.
I can separate.
I'm definitely able to separate it. I can say for a fact Diddy's music isn't good. Like his own music is not great. So I don't care
I can
to
say for a
separate
fact
that
Chris
one.
Brown's music is not good.
I like Chris Brown's music.
It's not good.
You know? And look, I don't even think this is controversial to say. R. Kelly can sing his ass off.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Did he do some fucked up shit?
he does terrible things, terrible person. Absolutely.
But is his music good?
But come on, man. I mean, he can belt. He's good.
It's R. Kelly, dude.
So that's the thing. It's like, does it? Okay, let me tell you some of the good that James Brown brought into the world. How about that? And will that maybe okay?
Sure, let's hear it.
So with someone being a black man in the '60s and a very prominent black figure during the civil rights movement, he had so many shows that were benefit shows for black people to come out to. He also went and performed for the troops a lot. He was big on our military. He really liked
That's pretty sick.
He liked supporting our military a lot. He flew, and there's the scene in the movie. This could be done up a little movie-esque, but also there's one interview with James where he does talk about it, and it does seem pretty accurate on like what happened. But he went to Saigon during Vietnam, and like while the Vietnam War was going on, and I think Saigon.
Why do
That's
I
in
feel like
Vietnam,
I've
right?
heard about
Or like,
this?
but he flies to Vietnam so obviously they fly somewhere else, and then they get on some military plane to get to the base,
Yeah.
right?
I swear I've heard of this.
And there's like
recently
firings going. There's like, you know, anti-aircraft is like trying to shoot
Yeah,
at him and like trying to get in. And he's like, "No, we're gonna perform for the troops. Like I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna do this show." And he's
And
like,
we lost that war pretty bad.
"Was it his fault? No.
No, not his fault. But I'm just saying it's fucking dangerous.
No,
man.
yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it was a very dangerous situation for him to just be like, you know what? No,
Label
like,
the episode that James Brown lost us the Vietnam War.
No, if anything, yeah,
Yeah.
he
just brought
yeah.
a shit ton of drugs for all the guys over there.
Yeah, I don't. You know, who knows what he brought around, but yeah, and I do think
Kind of out.
there was definitely stories, and a lot of it is stories. Again, without a digital footprint, kind of a thing. It's all hearsay.
It's all hearsay,
in a lot
yeah.
of ways, but he was around into 2006 to at least confirm some of this stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So, okay, one more real good story about him. This is how the movie opens up, the Get On Up movie. So again, highly recommend watching the movie, but I don't think they do it justice, I think, in the movie, but this is a crazy, this is an insane situation. So James was 50s or 60s. I don't remember exactly what year this was. I believe it was maybe probably in his 50s. So older man at this point. He had multiple businesses, and he would have like strip malls, you know, like on the side somewhere in Augusta where it's, you know, my business here, I have another business here, and then maybe someone else has a business there or whatever, right? So I forget what it was. I don't know if it was a record label or if it was, you know, some executive office for him kind of a thing, but it's in the strip mall. And he pulls up one day, and it was an off day, so the office was closed for him. He goes into the office, and there's one lady there that's like the receptionist, like she's like vacuuming or whatever. He's like, "How you doing?" Goes into the bathroom because I guess he just pulled up there in a truck, just like an old Chevy truck. Pulls up and has to use the restroom. He goes into the bathroom, and it smells like shit. And he walks back out and goes to the lady that's in there and goes, "Did you use the bathroom?" She goes, "Mm-mm." And he goes, Who would have used my bathroom?" And she goes, "Well, there's the insurance seminar next door." And so next door, it's just a small family-run insurance company, I believe, just small little business, is having like a little, like there's like 10, 15 people in this small room, and there's like a guy up there talking about health insurance or something, right? So James hears that from his assistant. He immediately goes back out to his car, grabs a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun, and walks into the insurance seminar.
Jesus Christ.
He's in a full green tracksuit, mind you, gold chains, and his hair is done. And he's high. So has the pump-action shotgun and just walks in and everyone starts freaking out, right? Everyone's like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? And so he goes, no one needs to get up, nothing. And he's like, and he gives this speech. He starts like giving a speech of like, I'm a man of business. This is my place of business. And you all are people of business too. And you have your own lives. And you guys got to do what's best for you. And someone had to take a shit in James Brown's toilet. And he's holding a pump action shotgun doing this to a group of like white people. So
Holy shit.
yeah, the scene is very funny in the movie, but this is a true thing because
So what? This is like 90s.
yeah, 80s, 90s,
90s?
yeah. So he's in there, and I forget if it's official, but I do believe he accidentally let off a round into the ceiling. Like I think he was just like holding it and like accidentally let it go. I don't think he meant to. And finds like the lady that took a shit in his bathroom.
Yeah.
And just kind of, and like, this is how the movie does it, where, you know, they play it into like, he talks to her for a second and he's like, can't use James Brown's toilet, like whatever. And then
the
it like
thing
goes
is
into the
too
movie.
is I think people, we were talking about this earlier, the people that use themselves, like they mention themselves in the third person, or
Yeah.
the
There's something going on.
craziest
Yeah.
that exists.
Again, I was watching the Diddy documentary, and he starts referring to himself as like a god, or like, you know, I'm Puff, I'm Daddy, like he calls himself.
We were talking about someone else too.
and also someone else. There's also a very never mind. We don't need
figure in
to.
this world.
Talks in the third person. Talks in the third person. So James does that whole situation in the insurance thing. Someone called the police. He goes out to his truck, throws the shotgun back in there, takes the cops on, I believe, 2 hours of a chase.
Oh damn!
And then his truck just runs out of gas,
Yeah.
and then he goes to jail. And for a short amount of time, I think he good enough lawyers at this point in his life. He's, you know,
Didn't
fully
told him to not
established.
go on CNN. this
Yeah,
time.
and didn't go on
They're like,
CNN
"Yo,
right
don't
afterwards.
Do that again.
But yeah, so that's kind of
He's an
in a
icon.
nutshell.
He's an icon.
Some stuff about him. Yeah, he's absolutely an icon. Again, separating artist from art. But I think all of the funk he gave the world, which I know that sounds cheap, but like that's a true statement. We would not have a
Musically, we wouldn't be where we are today without James Brown.
Literally, we would not have a lot of the greats that we have, that we consider greats from the 80s and past, without James Brown.
Without James Brown, we would be nowhere near where we are.
No, we'd be so far. We'd be still doing like Nirvana stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we'd like still be in the 90s musically. We would have not gotten out of it. So the fact that he existed, the fact that he just
There's a 36-year-old man with shitty tattoos holding a can of Monster right now. That's like, I wish.
dude, that was the
That
good old
was the
days.
best. Not saying it's bad, but I mean,
If I'm being honest,
you gotta move on.
I think one of the most overrated.
Bands is Nirvana.
I know I'm gonna get hate for that, but yeah, I've been like, okay, like some of it's good and some of it's fine and edgy and like whatever. But I'm like, it just seems kind of whiny and like not.
I can't lie. Every time it comes up on like a playlist or something, I skip it.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't musically do anything to me. Like,
I skip it.
yeah,
Is that bad?
no, I would too. Yeah, I'm with you right there. It's not my cup of tea.
We're gonna get so much hate.
I know Nirvana people, but when I've said that to people, they're
Yeah.
like, dude. And I'm like, well, okay. Like they do have an issue with it sometimes. So I'm sorry if you have.
I'm sorry. It doesn't do anything for me.
Comment down below. I saw that James Brown interview, and if you also then comment, what were we that?
What, Nirvana sucks?
Yeah. If you also comment, well, okay. If you say, I saw the James Brown interview and Nirvana's the shit, I'll accept that. Okay. Like if you're like if you've gotten to this point,
Oh, yeah.
then I'll allow you to say something. But if you haven't gotten to this point in the pod and you're saying something about me, saying something about Nirvana, I don't give a fuck.
I'm very curious to see how this episode does too.
Yeah.
Going over a legitimate topic.
Yeah, just like a singular thing. And this is, yeah, let us know if you want us to do kind of stuff like this.
I have
moving
someone
forward.
I'd like to do. It's not like a
biopic.
biopic.
Yeah.
A biopic like you did when you went blackface for James Brown.
It was back in college. It was my college. days.
What are they?
Oh my God!
The
Yeah,
Poland, yeah.
The Polish. This is another thing to look up in your free time. The Polish. Yeah, I think.
What
it's,
exactly
it's
would
either,
you look up?
It's either Polish or Greek. I think it's Polish though, but it's.
I'll ask my Polish neighbor.
It's tough to look up, but it is a singing show where they do
All the way blackface.
full blackface. But so the point of the show is they're doing like a cover of a very famous black
They'll
person
do Kanye, CeeLo Green,
Kendrick.
Seal.
Seal. The Seal
The
one
Seal one is so
is really brutal. They put too much makeup on that guy's face.
he's glistening.
He's
glistening.
Yeah, like the makeup is sweating.
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like it looks brutal. But yeah, it's a fun show where they do blackface and sing.
Yeah, just
black
I guess
people
look up
songs.
blackface European
And
singing show.
I guess like, and if you look at comments, it does say like, well, yeah, like Poland or Greece, maybe whichever one doesn't have a history of enslaving Africans. So it's like, yeah, they don't have that tension there where they can just do that and it's okay, I guess. But when we see it on when I'm
happens
scrolling
here-
on Reels and I see a white person in full blackface,
I have
doing
to say the shows that are in Europe are just insane.
they're
We go to my grandma's
like
house every Friday.
competition shows. You mean?
Yeah, we go to my grandma's house every Friday.
Right.
And she always will show us. She'll go, I have something to show you. And it's on the Rai channel. She always has to have the Rai.
The Rai.
My grandma, born and raised in Italy. In the shows, she'll be like, let's watch it's The Voice Kids. Or it's
called
the Voice Senor.
The voice, senor.
So it's just, they have the voice for kids, and the voice for old people. Oh, the voice Senor, yeah. And then also...
So it's divided by age range. So like,
Yeah.
but we're talking the old people are singing, or it's like it's curated to
it's
old people
the
to watch
voice.
it.
No, it's the voice, and it's just old people singing.
Like 50 on old people.
Probably
singing.
60, like seniors. And then the voice kids, and then they just have the voice. And
I would
so,
love to know the ratings on all
Also,
three.
No Sona No Senora. It's just a show that's all men that just dress up in drag and perform as they choose a song, they dress up in random drag, and they just go fucking off.
So they're not like drag queens. Like
They're
they
not
don't-
drag queens. It would be like, for example, like David Hasselhoff just going full drag and then singing a song by Sabrina Carpenter. And it's just like the shit there.
guys.
It's just the biggest thing there.
NBC. Get on it. Okay, like,
I
let's
mean,
be
like,
honest
the
here.
shows there are
We need-
nuts.
We need something like that happening for sure.
If James Brown was still alive, it would be happening.
Dude, I really would have loved to see him in today's era. It would be the shit he would
Well,
be saying. I would love to know what he thinks about Trump.
Yeah,
Because he's
yeah.
almost a Trump-esque guy himself.
He would
like
probably
in terms
love him.
of
He would.
I think he
I
would
think he'd love
maybe
him.
be one of the guys that, like, there's a photo of him
They
in
both
the Oval.
They both talk about each other themselves in the third person.
Yeah.
So they would understand.
Yeah.
He really supported black communities.
He did. So maybe not. Yeah, he did as well. But he also supported the troops very heavily. So
It's kinda like-
he also made the song "Living in America." Living in America.
So
He was
I
a
don't know.
patriot.
I
He was a
think-
patriot.
I think he'd decide from like flip of a coin, really,
Yeah.
if he supported him or not.
Yeah.
He would just flip a coin and be like, "Fuck it."
Like, he honestly probably, yeah. He did have a photo with Carter, I believe. No. Who was the president that had like Lady Bird as the wife?
the fuck are you talking about?
There was some president, was it Carter? Was it Jimmy Carter?
Look that up. I don't.
Yeah, like Lady Bird, First Lady. I think that was like her nickname was like Lady Bird.
Lady Bird.
I think. I don't know.
Bird?
Something like that. I think it was Jimmy Carter's wife, I believe. But I don't know. James Brown in the Oval Office. But there is a photo of him. He got invited there. So, and I'm sure he was high there.
Lyndon B.
Lyndon B. Johnson's wife. And what was her nickname? Was it?
Yeah, Lady Bird Johnson was.
Lady Bird Johnson. That's what because Lady Bird I think is who invited him, I believe, or something like that. So,
Is Lyndon B. Johnson the one that always talked about his dick?
Yeah, the one that would like take shits and yell at people while he was taking a shit.
Yeah, he would have them come in the bathroom.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Get in here, I need to talk about something."
Yeah, and then he'd always talk about his dick.
Fully pants down and be like,
Yeah.
"My penis is cold in this toilet."
Yeah.
They're like, "Mr. President, I don't know what you want me to do about that." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Well, get out."
He had a name. Look up Lyndon B. Johnson's nickname for penis. I think it was like.
Oh yeah, didn't he have some? I feel like I remember something
Yeah.
like that. He had some name that he called it. If it's
It's
not
got to be cool.
Johnson, I mean,
No, it's not. He fumbled, dude.
and it also, let's be honest, Lyndon B. Johnson helped orchestrate JFK's.
Jumbo is what he called his penis, and he'd make people look at it. Shouts out.
Jumbo.
Yeah.
Speaking of people making people look at their penis, you know who I want back in the public eye? You know who I want back really bad and on Netflix again?
I feel like this can't be good.
Louis C.K.
Oh yeah.
I want him back. I don't care.
He's on some pods here and there.
He's on some pods and he releases specials on like his website. I've bought one of those. It's very good. 10 out of 10 funny.
I don't know.
He's one of the greats. He's absolutely one of the greats. One or two ladies got a little uncomfortable in an office. Yes, not great. Not great. Not cool. Not good behavior.
What about
when
Chris
you
D'Elia as well?
apologize-
Didn't Chris D'Elia get like canceled?
He got canceled. His was weird though. His was
Yeah,
like
it wasn't like a 16-year-old girl or something.
I think it was
and
like it was like a seven. Not that it's different, but like a 17-year-old that like was like lying to him that she was like older.
Yeah,
or something.
and then I
think it was just messaging.
And it was just messaging, right?
And
And,
then
then wasn't it
once he
kind of like
found
a
out, she was
low-key
like-
ruse to get him canceled, and then it worked fairly well?
Yeah, I think it was something like that, and he just kind of and then he publicly did come out and go like, no, I definitely was
Yeah.
playing things like fast and loose with the beginning of my comedy career, touring around. He's a tall, handsome guy, like he's gonna get women throwing themselves at him. So
I saw him.
that makes sense, but
I saw him 2 years ago at
I've never seen him live. He'd be a good one.
he was at the Cirque du Soleil for Christmas.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I just like saw him walking by in the lobby area
Damn.
of where the venue was. I don't remember what venue it is, but he was just walking around there and he just like had his kid on his shoulders.
Oh, it's sick.
Just total dad
Yeah,
mode.
nice.
And I saw him and I was like, "You!"
What'd you do to her? Yeah.
I was like, "Get back here now!"
That peaked pretty hard there. My tutor. But yeah, I want Louis C.K. back. There was someone else I want back too. I literally like,
Huh?
oh, who is it? There's someone else that I'm like, I don't care. I want him back. Fuck. I'm going to have to try and remember. I know Louis C.K. is one of
You
them.
got to be careful here.
Maybe just promote illegally downloading the content. You don't need to buy it.
No, Louis C.K.'s content, he like puts it on his website of like, hey, like, because no streaming
got
service-
canceled.
Yeah, streaming service isn't going to pick him up. So that's why he's like, I'm still going to make a comedy hour and put it out.
Exactly.
He actually just wrote a book, and it's called Ingram, and it's a fiction book, like it's a story.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it
Good or not?
I haven't read it or bought it or anything, but like the way I've seen him go on some interviews and podcasts talking about it,
I could.
sounds really
I
good.
could see a
It sounds like a
comedian
really good
writing a good book.
Apparently, that's like kind of what he's been doing over the last like 10 years now. Like
Fuck it,
recently,
why
he's
not?
like doing a lot more. I think it's his second or third book, I believe.
Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, and all power to him. I want to write a book one day. That'd be cool.
I want to write a
Come on.
book.
Yeah, I want to be a teacher one day.
No, this is what we're gonna do.
Well, I want to be a
forever.
professor, but yes, I believe so. I know,
You
but
really
I
should.
believe he does release it underneath his name. Yeah. So, and I feel like the thing is too with cancel culture and all that.
Mm-hmm.
He gets canceled. Yes, taken out of limelighty things, and studios aren't going to pick him up, and
Yeah.
streaming isn't going to pick him up. He's still making probably a significant amount of money. Probably still has royalties from Louis. Probably still has royalties from any special
he
that's still
definitely-
sitting
he
anywhere.
definitely
Because there
does,
are
yeah.
still some specials on Netflix of his. So like they didn't take all of them down. I'm like, why are there like 3 random ones still on here?
Yeah.
Like you're still benefiting from the guy, but you're not going to pick him up for another special.
Exactly.
It's kind of like, all right.
See, I don't know if I can comment on the Louis C.K. thing or even like the Chris D'Elia thing. I don't know enough about
What they did
the,
or didn't do.
the allegations
Yeah, yeah.
against them.
I believe.
All I know is I'm like, they were pretty funny.
Yeah. Great
I'm like,
stand-ups.
they're
Yeah,
pretty
they're
funny,
very good.
great stand-ups.
Separate art from artists are great stand-ups.
Louis C.K. is better than Chris D'Elia.
Louis C.K. is to me. I mean, the Beacon.
Oh, dude,
he
yeah.
has a Beacon.
If he didn't get canceled, he would have been up there with like the top dogs. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
He would have been there with Segura and Gillis. And
Yeah,
he would have been way up there.
Oh, for sure. Gillis would be opening for Louis.
Yeah,
Like that's probably like what it would be. Like that would be a massive tour right now. Them going.
Bro,
on.
did you see
I
we
think
missed
they have
the
done
Gillis
shows
show
together
here?
recently.
On December 5th, we missed Shane Gillis, and he did like a surprise show. It was supposed to be just Shane Gillis, and then he ended up taking.
And that's why he's on Bad Friends, because they recorded in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. He had Bobby Lee, Santino,
Fuck my life.
yeah, and
Damn.
Mark Norman all come out.
Yeah.
None of them were planned.
Well, we have seen all of them. We've seen all four of them. Yeah. But that
still
would have been
seeing
cool
like
to
a
see them all.
new hour or something from Shane Gillis at least.
Yeah, new jokes from
New
Shane would have been
jokes.
nice, and new jokes from Andrew would have been cool because I know
would've been cool.
Andrew just had his.
And if I could have seen
Hulu
Bobby
special.
Lee shirtless again,
That's
that
always
would be
that's
cool. That's
always
always
a
nice.
dub.
It's
That's
always
always a
nice.
dub for sure.
yeah, he lost weight too.
Who? Bobby?
Bobby Lee, yeah,
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
hot.
absolutely. Him and there's a this is niche, not really. I mean, they're a bigger YouTube page than we are, but Bob Does Sports. It's a golf page, but they're very popular. They're sponsored by Callaway. They
Here's
do
the
a lot.
thing:
You
never
don't
heard
care.
of it. Never
Never
gonna
gone.
watch it.
Yep. No. But it's three guys that just go golf together, and they have millions of subscribers. Like they're very popular for sure. I don't know if they have over 1 million subs on YouTube, but they're probably getting close to that, like high 100,000s.
Bob does golf.
No, Bob Does Sports.
Oh, Bob Does Sports.
Bob was the original guy, or Bob's like, quote unquote, the leader of it. He was working with a guy named Joey at the Four Seasons in like Florida or some shit. And they decide to start doing golf content together just for fun. And then they do these like power hour things with they did like power hour things with early subscribers where they would get on like a Zoom thing and like subscribers that wanted to join in would join in. One of them was this guy, Fat Perez. So there's a golfer named Pat Perez. And so this guy's just a fat guy who has long hair.
And now is he like a token guy on the pot? On the
Fat
channel?
Perez has recently started losing weight, and I wanted to say that as like a shout out because now
shouts out, yeah.
a lot of videos of him are going around of his swing, and he's the best golfer out of the three.
Shout out for losing weight. I'm never watching your videos though.
I'll send you some clips of them, and you'll see how that it is a vibe.
Not watching it.
The clips, just the clips. Just watch my clips.
Dude, the thing is that blows my mind about because golf content is massive.
Yes, yeah,
It is.
It's huge.
It's like it is
doing
massive.
numbers.
It's doing numbers.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest fucking thing in the world. Like I'm not saying playing it is dumb or boring,
But the golf content is.
but like
Okay.
like if the person playing is like entertaining, then we can get somewhere, I guess. But a lot of golf content is just like
Now, okay.
like people
I hear ya.
pigeonhole themselves where they're just like
I hear you.
they're like, all right, this podcast is called the 18th hole, and we're gonna talk about golf for the next 438 episodes. All right, shut the fuck up.
Golf pods, I don't think have legs because the golf community moves so slow.
It does though. Any sport has
that's
its
true.
niche,
That's true.
and it's
But
like
the golf pods, I agree with you. It's boring where they're just talking about the round they had.
and then
on the
also they're
weekend
like,
or-
yo, go watch our Instagram videos, and it's just them hitting some balls, and I'm like, hey, nobody
Now-
cares.
There are people out there that do like way better editing. That do like put tracer in there, so like have the ball, like the line show up where the ball goes.
That will
Like,
catch my
that catch
attention
people-
for about
yeah.
4.5 seconds, and then
Yeah.
I go, God, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, because you don't know what's all happening to like make the shot. Because like you don't understand how hard it is
No, I
to
do.
go. I'm gonna hit a straight one. I'm gonna hit one that does this, and then I'm gonna hit one that does this.
No, I get it. I get it. At the same time, it's the same with baseball. Like, I'm not gonna watch baseball. I know it's hard. Like, you got Shohei Ohtani pitching 95 to you.
Yeah.
I know it's hard.
You're not hitting off them, yeah. But
But here's the thing: I'm not gonna watch you hit 18 fucking holes And I'm not going to watch you bat for 17 fucking innings.
So, okay. Think about this.
I am going to poke my eyes out.
That's fair. That's fair. I do get where you're coming from. But I think what YouTube Golf is answering for people that like golf, regular golf, the tours that are going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know how it works, but it's Thursday through Sunday, right? So Thursday's round 1, Friday's round 2.
Okay.
After Friday, half the field gets cut.
Yeah,
so
that makes
there's
sense.
150 drops to whatever, right? Then I forget like what the total number. It's usually like 60 is like what's left for the weekend. So there's usually like 50 or 60 or something like that for the weekend. So then they play, and that's just the top 60.
Yeah.
They play Saturday, Sunday. The round starts for the bottom group at 4 a.m. and that's being broadcasted. So who the fuck's watching them play? And then
Nobody's got a VCR anymore.
And then as the day goes on, the other people start teeing off, and it goes up the leaderboard as it tees off. So first place is usually last person to be teeing off, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
They're teeing off around 2. So then 2 happens, and their round goes till 6. So are you going to watch golf from 4:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to watch it at all.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't. Golf doesn't have a huge turnout for like people watching it a lot because of that. Because it's like it's how spread out it is and how just like. And then there's the first 2 days.
How often do you watch golf?
Big tournaments I'll watch. Only the big ones.
How much of the big tournament? If it's fucking 16 days in a row, you're saying.
Oh, I'll just like have it on at certain points during the day.
And you just watch and you go.
I'll look up when some people are teeing off, and I'll watch some people play some of their holes, but I'll never like watch the whole thing. Yeah, I'll because you can see when everyone's teeing off. So there are some players that I go like, I do want to see him play because he's really good and he's playing good right now or whatever.
So what? You're just standing there and you put your hands on your hips and you look at the TV and you go, nice.
Yeah,
right?
How the fuck else do you watch sports? All right? I sit there and I go, damn, that was a nice shot.
I don't know. You got to watch something that's going to get you a little hype.
The putt didn't break. When you see,
you know, like,
okay,
you watch a hockey game and someone gets hit and you're like, yeah.
How about this golf hole here? A guy's me to your water bottle right there. That's off. It's a couple feet away. He has a putt. He's on the putting green. He's just got to make that putt. He's 1 stroke ahead of the thing. This putt gives him par, so he stays 1 stroke ahead.
Yeah.
If he misses his putt, he bogeys, drops a stroke. Now he's tied with second place.
Okay.
You want to watch him make that putt. You see him sweating. You see him like,
I'm just saying, I want to watch
lining it up and
something where they get rocked, you know, hockey, football, boom, and you're like,
watch,
and you just are like,
yeah,
oh man. But what you're describing now is oh shucks, he missed the shot.
You'll see an old man get hit with a golf ball on like the sideline every now and then, like in the gallery, and that's fun.
If I didn't want to watch that, I'll just go watch Chive TV at any fucking sports bar ever. That's true. I don't need to tune
You don't
in.
need to watch through 12 hours.
Yeah, I'll just fucking go watch Chive TV, dude. Because they're playing every compilation ever made of that.
So that's professional golf. So you get that that's fucking annoying to watch and like does take a very long time, and you don't get the interesting points that you want to see during the whole thing.
Yeah.
What YouTube golf then
I just think I'm
offers-
angry about it because they're doing something like, you know, we're in their little mic and then they hit the ball and they're like, I pulled it a little right. And they're making so much money off this content, and then here's us, and we're like, we're getting somewhere, and I'm like, you know.
That's true. We are putting more on the table here, I'd say, than what a golf content creator has to put out there.
Yeah.
You literally just have to set up a camera.
We're out here being vulnerable.
That's true. Yeah, I'm saying things that could get me fired in my real life.
Hate us on the internet. Like random people that don't know us.
Know us already don't like me. So yeah,
and I don't hate these golfers. I just hate that you're more popular than us.
You're just jealous.
Hitting a
You're just jealous.
ball.
You're just jealous. And they're hitting the ball well. So that's the thing. There are poor golfers that are trying. So since I watch a lot of this golf content, I'll see videos come up that are similar to our videos, have very small amount of views, really no likes, no following or anything like that. And the title of these videos will be like, 25 handicapper tries to break 90. No one wants to watch you dick around a golf course for 4. No one wants to watch that. Absolutely no one on earth wants to watch you do that.
I'm so glad you're on the same page with me with that.
Yeah, no one wants to watch that guy do that. Yeah. I do want to watch, though, Bryson DeChambeau, a guy who hits the ball 400 fucking yards with a driver.
I'll watch him on TikTok, but it's like him in his house, and he's like, yo, if I make this in this little cup, you get a fucking Bentley.
That's true.
And there I'm like, all right, like that's cool. That's fun.
He did that for a while. That's true. But he plays professional golf, and when he's out on the course, he's a demon. He's very
I get that.
He's very intimidating. Because
but at the same time, how many times are you gonna gawk on his cock because he hit the fucking ball 400 yards when you watch him do the same thing for 12 hours last week? You know, at least when you're watching football or hockey, you're like, oh, it's something different.
See, it's just
I get it's the same game, but it's like
the difference here is you haven't felt.
Wait till I'm the best golfer in Arizona.
No, you haven't felt the pain of going to a driving range. Hitting driver for 30 minutes.
I'm gonna start.
You hit 120 balls, and not one of them you like.
I'm gonna start playing golf. I'm gonna be better than you.
Oh, you're fucking.
And then I'm still not gonna watch golf, and I'm still gonna talk shit about it.
I guarantee you couldn't.
I'm not doing it because it's a rich man.
Nope.
It's a rich white man sport.
You'll fall in love.
I don't have the money for it.
You'll fall in love with it.
I don't have the money for it.
You'll cancel the podcast and start spending money on it.
If we start doing well here
you're
and we
an
get
addict.
money
you're gonna get
to mess around with, you know?
I have a full set of clubs for you to use.
Can they be mine?
If you give me a little something.
No, I have a set of clubs you can use. I went once, broke it.
That was the rental.
I'm going to break yours too. At the beginning, before I become the best.
I already have new ones. It's fine.
I still don't want to break.
I don't need them anymore. I'll never use them again. So that's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. That's really what it is.
And the thing is for golf too. The thing is for golf, I barely want to leave my own fucking house,
that's true.
dude. And
it's a whole ordeal.
Where we live is the most ritzy fucking bullshit golf courses, and I'm like, I'm not getting in the car to drive 30 minutes here and then hit some fucking balls in 120-degree heat and then drive back and then have to scrub my balls when I get home because I'm dripping sweat.
That's true.
I'm a lazy piece of fucking shit.
Hard work, dedication.
We're doing that here though.
I know. Yeah, I
can only do that.
I don't
on
get anything
tune.
out of golfing. Like I treat it.
Have you still been going like once a week?
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's range probably twice a week at least, round every weekend for sure. Maybe 2 rounds a weekend.
Dang, okay.
But not full 18s just because in wintertime in Arizona, it's so expensive.
It gets so expensive
so
and
much
very busy.
Fucking money.
Yeah.
Courses go from $40 a tee time to $180 a tee time. Did you put in a new fucking...
Here's the thing.
What'd you do? What'd you do in the fall? Nothing.
I barely want to spend
overseed it, you fuck.
$40 to eat for half a week.
Yeah, that's true. That is...
I can't justify.
It's hard to justify.
Like I'd have to have like my car paid off all the way. IRS has all the money they need from me for me to justify like, oh, let me go fucking buy the cheapest golf clubs for $500 and then go fucking drive around in a golf cart and hit balls for $140.
But once you have fun with it one time,
here's the thing: I'm poor.
But you're not. I'm poor. We're both the same level of poor, I think. And I think if I'm able to do it, I think you're able to do it. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want to cut it.
100 Funko Pops upstairs.
No,
you could sell 400 of them.
I sold half of them.
Then sell half of that half, and then you'd have enough.
I got
money
$350 for them this weekend.
I spent $300 on my first set of clubs.
You know what I can do with $300?
Buy clubs and come golfing with me and JP. That's what you
pay
can do.
rent.
No, that doesn't pay rent. The fuck?
Exactly.
Exactly.
It doesn't even pay rent.
It's all cheap and too expensive, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't even pay rent.
Money comes and goes. It's in, it's out. I liked you saying that one. That's how I justify me spending.
When we start making money here, I'm the finance guy.
fine, because
Okay.
one of the first things I'm doing is a new pinky ring, and then I also I also want
On an episode, you're gonna be like, "Do you have the green light yet for a pinky ring?"
I want. You're gonna see. Oh, I'm gonna turn into Tim Dillon. Like I'm gonna be
Dude,
wearing
yeah.
massive shades that are $800, and
Here's the thing: we gotta get back. We gotta get back too.
Oh, of course,
Big time.
Of course. I think I'd be chill with doing something where, because I see some pages have their YouTube page has like a membership thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be cool doing something where like we have a Patreon and then we have a membership thing, and one of those goes to charity.
All proceeds go to charity.
Yeah, like 100% of one. Because I feel like that's kind of weird to have people paying for our content in two different spaces and getting the same
for sure.
episodes and stuff. So I feel like if we had some Patreon going on, do like a YouTube membership, whichever one like makes more sense, and I'd be cool with doing something like that. Yeah, because I feel like if you're gonna create any sort of company or like any sort of business idea, it's like.
You gotta get
This
back.
isn't all for us. Like, yes, a majority of it is, but like, it's all a community. And I feel like the more you help people out, the more it starts coming back towards you. So it's like, it's selfish, but it's also selfless. And yeah. That's why I think charity's always good. But also there's some charities
some
out
that
there.
are,
There's definitely some stuff out there that's weird.
Sketchy. There's some that are sketchy and weird, but
Speaking of sketchy and weird, I saw a Subaru commercial.
yeah.
It was a cancer patient, teenage boy, bald, going through chemo.
Thank you.
And again, Subaru commercial.
Okay.
Cancer teenage patient boy asks cancer teenage patient girl to prom. And she smiles and starts crying in happiness. And then at prom, she goes, "What'd you wish for?"
Why are you
And I'm like, "What?" Just hear me out. She goes, "What'd you wish for?" And he goes, "I wished for prom with you." And then she smiles and cries again. Again, Subaru commercial.
And they wished for prom with you?
The boy did with the girl.
Wait, why did he get a wish?
Subaru.
Why did he get a wish? Was there
Answer
any
that
context?
question.
Was there a shooting star? Did he get a Make-A-Wish?
Could have been something like that.
Why for Subaru? Why didn't he wish for a Subaru?
And why didn't he wish for
One of them to not have cancer.
like like one of them to be good at least? Like, so you're telling me he's wishing for her and a Subaru, the cancer patient, the two things he wants, that girl to go to prom with him and a Subaru.
What the?
The
fuck,
commercials
dude?
have genuinely gotten so terrible, and not enough people
Dude,
are
except
watching
for the one with
commercials anymore.
Anthony Edwards from the Timberwolves, except for the Sprite Cranberry one.
Oh, I was gonna say, is that the Sprite
The
Cranberry
Sprite- that
ones?
was pretty fucking fire, dude. That
the
one's
Sprite
sick.
Cranberry ones have been good.
Those have been
since
good, yeah.
like the early 2000s. Yeah,
Yeah.
their PR team.
I have just one query. Want a Sprite Cranberry?
Yeah, what a Sprite Cranberry? Yeah, dude, the LeBron
Iconic.
ones. Yeah, iconic.
No, I'm like, okay, he's doing.
Remember
justice.
the old Sprite Drake commercial where he's in the studio
Dude,
and
yeah.
he takes a sip and
Yeah.
Yo, I genuinely, after the whole
Those are
Drake,
sick.
yeah, honestly, after the whole Drake Kendrick beef,
Yeah.
I don't care if Drake never releases music ever again.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his music necessarily. I do think he should go into comedic acting, though. I do think he should go into acting and be on shows or be in movies as a comedic
yeah, why
actor.
not?
He's
That's where he started.
That's where he should go back to. But like real comedic acting, because he's actually fucking funny. Like a lot of the shit that he'll say, I'm sometimes like, bro, you're a goof. The fact that he tries to like rap as if he's like, and that was like,
Yeah, like
Kendrick's,
he's hard as fuck.
that was Kendrick's like main issue with him was
Yeah.
like, dude, you're fronting as if you're this guy that you have fucking goons and you're this like, big boss man type shit. You're not. You're a fucking Degrassi
there's like a
little
conspiracy
bitch.
theory that he killed, that he abided in killing XXX Tentacion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, he didn't.
I don't think he's got that dog in him to do that.
I don't think so.
I do think he should be in plays, and I think he'd be very good. Like I think
Put Drake on Broadway.
Yeah, like I think he would do much better if he just decided to be a comedic actor than an artist. I think he'd get more respect.
Yo, should
Like-
we should write something together
And put Drake in it.
and write
Yeah.
Drake a character.
Right, Drake a character.
You know who Harley, you know who else I want in this show? I want it to be Drake and Trish Paytas.
God damn it.
Do you know how fucking good that would
Do
be?
you think she could keep it together to do scenes?
Yeah. She's in Euphoria. And she's on a Broadway show right now.
Damn.
She's the fucking shit.
Runway for
Beetlejuice.
like legit.
Wow. Okay. Shouts out, Trish. Wow.
Dude, she's crushing it.
Shouts out. I would. Okay. I believe
Okay.
you guys. I'll take it.
And apparently another big thing this year.
Oh, wow. She's not a new cast member on SNL, right? Because I know they just announced
No.
new ones or something.
Can the
Okay.
three of us write a script for a
Yeah.
TV show and it's mainly centered around season 1 and
Aubrey.
part of 2?
Aubrey.
Aubrey.
We now have to start
so
calling him Aubrey.
season 1 and 2, they're going to be separated.
Grassy Euphoria, kind of.
It's kind of similar.
Drake's a producer on Euphoria.
That ass?
It's yes.
Yeah.
They're already working together.
They're already working together.
Yo, Drake.
We
Drake.
just got to write the script. It's
Drake, Trish.
Drake, Trish. Hit
We're
us
going to
up.
start working on something now.
Watch your emails.
We're going to have it done by probably 2030. Season 1 and 2.
No,
I
with
want you.
ChatGPT, we'll have it done next week.
I want season 1 and 2 them to be separate.
And they.
And I want their
And they-
storylines to come together.
Okay,
and I
yeah.
want
So
them
they're
to fall
both
in
living
love.
their lives, and then through happenstance,
And then I want them to fall in love by like season
Trisha-
2, two
let's
and a
see.
half.
Trisha's running down the side of the street with a big bag of Taco Bell,
Uh-huh.
and
For a
Drake,
mukbang.
Drake and his boys are like walking on the side of the street, and they just walked out of like Barney's or something.
And I want
like,
them to
real
constantly
expensive.
pass each other, like through the first one.
Yeah,
and, 2
and so
seasons.
the first time Trisha trips with the Taco Bell,
Yeah.
and a fire packet explodes on Drake's shoes, and he's like, "Oh,
and he goes,
man.
"Nah, girl, you good."
And he's like, "No, you fine, you fine." And then like one of his 2 assistants brings out a towel, wipes
Mm-hmm.
it off, and they walk away. And she kind of goes like, "Who's that?" Like he had like an entourage with him. Like, oh, he was kind of cute. And then like another, and yeah. It's
Wait, so
writing
are you
itself.
implying that Drake is playing Drake?
No, he'll just play
Just a
a
famous.
famous artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be Drake in the show. We can make up a different name for him.
I feel like his name should be
I feel
something.
like Kendrick,
I feel like his name should be something kind of. Like I feel like
Gucci
he should,
Lamar.
Like he should go by like Denali,
No, it can't be like Surfer Bro. Fucking.
and it's not
That's like a skater bro's name. The Nolly.
Denali.
Oh, Denali.
Denali.
Oh,
Not
Denali.
Denali.
I thought you said the Nolly. Okay.
No, Denali.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Davion.
Davion Denali. Davion Denali. Davion Denali. And then what's Trish's name going to be? Harley, do you have any ideas for Trish?
Cheryl.
No, it can't be Cheryl.
I was thinking like,
Cinnamon Furby.
yo, it literally would be like,
Yeah. Mukbang Furby Queen.
What is like a real name that someone we can't be brainstorming on the but I do
We need to get
we
stuff.
write
We
this.
need a lawyer
start
and we
writing
need to
this.
start getting things
And
claimed.
I don't want to say the name of the show that I want to write about my dad.
Uh-huh.
remember-
The one oh yeah.
Yeah, I do think I want to write a pilot for that because I think it's relatable enough to work. I feel like because this wouldn't be the
feel
title
like-
of it.
Yeah.
The
It would be our 2 dads.
the working title is My Autistic Republican Father, but
Uh-huh.
it'll probably change at some point. But it's
and my dad will just be in the background. He can't have that many.
Yeah,
he wouldn't
yeah.
have that many lines.
No,
because
yeah,
of
it's-
his condition.
yeah.
Good story though. Biopic.
Oh, you biopicking your dad? Would be
Biopic my dad.
sick.
And it's gonna be called Bones.
Why
That's the
Bones?
nickname Journey gave him because he was so skinny back in the day. Bones.
Bones. There we go. I like it.
Yeah, but I do kind of want to. I want to do some research on a specific person, kind of like you did with James Brown.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I
Do you
had
have any
that
guesses of
knowledge
who
and stuff.
I want to do it about? Someone really fun, cute.
Serial killer.
No,
Mm.
he's a freak though. Harley, do you know?
I do.
Say it. Say it.
Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
Who?
Aleister Crowley.
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 Yeah.
Alistair.
Aleister Crowley.
Who's that? Just what was he? You don't have to give me any other details because I want to save it for the end. But like, what was he? A person?
Yeah.
A man?
He was a man. Born in the 1800s. Died early 1900s. And he thought he was the best author of all time. And then he gets into sex magic.
And then, like, Ozzy Osbourne, Mr. Crowley.
Yeah.
That's about him.
And then Jimmy Page, the lead guitarist from Led Zeppelin, ended up buying Aleister Crowley's house in England because he does sex magic, black magic, things like that. And what is he referred to as?
Sex magic.
The most wicked man in the world.
Alistair.
He has a name that's, like, definitely more.
Yeah, grandiose.
Crazy stories.
There's crazy stories. Like, he literally becomes a nomad and just travels the world and, like, ends up in the tombs of, like, Egypt and then just, like, tries to summon shit in the 1800s, like, in tombs.
When like people weren't taking tickets to go to
Yeah, like he took his
Pyramid of Giza?
wife and young child and he was like, all right, we're gonna walk all of China. Like they did.
That'd be cool. I'd want to do that.
1800s though.
China has a dark history around that time of like it didn't have a lot of
Dude,
development going on. That's crazy.
I'll do some research.
Yeah, do some research.
I'll try
Yeah,
and
okay.
compound it into like 50 minutes or so, like you did.
Yeah.
But he's insane.
Hell yeah. That'll be a good one.
It'll be really
Yeah.
interesting.
Comment down below if you do want us to kind of go over like a longer form of a topic.
Yeah.
Because we just kind of figured like may
This
as
is a
well.
tester.
Yeah. Lock in on something, see what it's like. See if people are interested, and comment down below if there is something you'd want us to deep dive into. Like, I honestly think too, I love learning about things. Like that's a genuine.
Comment things too, so we can look at a topic and we can find something we could research together as well.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I've always said that. I've said this in like different ways across my life, but if I really had like the choice of like being able to do whatever I want, you know, just not have the responsibility of a job that I don't like or whatever that has to pay bill. Like if I just had from morning till night, no obligation, I genuinely think I'd spend all of my time learning skills and reading about things.
Yeah,
Because
I think
just
it's very interesting.
I feel like that's like that's where I get the most inspired. It's where I get the most dopamine. Like you can get like short hits of shit from, you know, finding a funny thing there, watching a show.
I get massive hits of dopamine when we get a new subscriber.
I get massive hits of dopamine.
I really do.
When someone comments on anything, even if it's a hate comment, I do get a little like, thank you.
Yeah, I feel my
appreciate it.
juices flowing.
It gets me a little,
Yeah.
you know?
When I start to see the algorithm pushing our stuff more.
God.
But yeah, I think let us know what you think of this episode.
Yep.
Obviously, we have a random banter like we do. If you want us to keep it that way, let us know. But we figured we'd try something different, and we're going to try it again with an Aleister Crowley episode. But our next episode is going to be Christmas extravaganza.
Christmas. Yep, Christmas extravaganza.
So yeah, we're going to do that, and then I'm going to go over a few things for Christmas, some of the history that I've learned recently. Really cool shit.
Nice.
Other than that, we're just going to have a good old time for Christmas.
I think I have some Christmas stories to say.
Yeah, so we'll go over Christmas stories and shit. So stay tuned for that. And then I think probably episode 18, I'll do an Aleister Crowley one.
Yeah.
No. It'll be a New Year's episode.
Oh, right.
I'm not going to have a shirt on. I'm going to be celebrating.
That's true. Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
2026. Catch that Aleister Crowley
so
episode.
First episode of 26 will be Aleister Crowley. It should be super interesting. It'll give me more time to do proper research and listen to things, read some stuff.
Had my stuff. I had done that report a long time ago. Couldn't access my old laptop to get that up. So I kind of just put together some information that I knew and from what I've seen and known over the years. But I'm sure like given a little bit more time, we can get some more detailed stuff going on. And dual cam upgrades. We're going to look so much sexier the next time that you see us.
Yeah, I think by 26, first episode of 2026.
Oh yeah,
I'm confident to say we're going to have massive upgrades
to the moon.
To the moon. And it should be what? Episode 18, 19 by then?
Episode 18.
It'll be pretty sweet. So,
and then 20 we're see like I immediately 5 different things went in my head for like what we're gonna do for 20, and they were all things that I shouldn't say. It was all things that like shouldn't be said.
Give us one. Just end it off. Give us
Well, one of them was going to be we're just going to kiss the whole
Okay.
time, the whole hour. And that one's not that bad, but the other ones were worse. So yeah, catch that episode. I love all of you. Thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Yep.
And
Hope you enjoyed responsibly.
please enjoy responsibly always.